Hey gang, today I'm fishing my home waters. I'm on Tampa Bay. My good friend Captain Mike Gore's been all over the fish. He's gonna put me on them. Whatever you do, don't touch that dial. It's gonna be off the hook.
Dude, that's the one my bait just hit.
Oh,
That flew off.
Oh.
Whoa, look at him go. There you go, Michael.
was swimming at me doing 80. Oh,
How's that Anderson series rod holding up?
I'm telling you,
It's a little red,
it is a little redfish. I was wondering, it didn't come up and make
Yeah.
no splashy splash or nothing.
like all them snook were over there.
Look at that, huh?
Little
Call him
tiny
a man.
guy.
It is a little tiny guy.
Good to
You know
see.
what, though? In the fall, up here in the tidal creeks,
Yeah.
you get a lot of those, you know, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23-inch redfish come up in here.
Yep, and they have a lot of protection up here.
Yeah.
All this rocky bottom, good for filled up with shrimp and crabs.
The oyster,
And
oyster edges really serve them up nice.
So it won't take him long to be a keeper.
What we did this morning was we met up at about 6 o'clock. Sun was just starting to peak. Ran out and caught our white bait for the morning. We made a short run just to the north of the boat ramp a little bit. We're up here fishing some of these tidal creeks up in the very north end of the bay. Really good time of the year. It's early fall. Weather's really been nice. Not quite as cool as we'd like it, but a lot of snook, a lot of redfish, a lot of trout up on the north end of the bay this time of year. We're up in here this morning to see if we can't put a hook in a few. We might want to go back out front and just wait for this water to dump out a little,
Yeah.
because they're blowing up way back.
Not bad.
Oh, that's a cool fish.
So pretty in this water, you know?
Oh,
Look at that. Look at that sunlight hit that snook, you know?
yeah, they're pretty, ain't they?
They are. Get down here, give them a grab. And he just glistens in that sunshine. Beautiful fish.
Oh boy,
There you go, baby. Go grow up.
So Mike, you come from a pretty fishy family.
I do. Yeah, it all started with my dad.
And did you fish a bunch when you were a kid?
I did. I mean, even before my dad was doing the chartering, we used to just wade all this area, South Tampa, Ruskin. As a kid, he'd have us in a little inflatable boat.
Right.
He'd have that rope tied around his waist, pulling me and my brother around fishing. He'd be wade fishing, we'd be fishing out of the boat. And you know, as we got older, we just kind of went wading with him. And once he got into chartering business, it was fun from there on out. I was hooked.
Yeah, I guess so.
Growing up in this area, you can't not fish. And if you don't fish, it's because you haven't,
Right.
and you don't know how enjoyable it is.
Water's a little bit high in the backcountry still. We had a real high tide. It started to go out, but it's still gonna be a little while before a bunch of these snook kind of pour out of the trees and make it a little easier for us. We're gonna roll out front here on this outside edge, see if we can pick up a redfish or two. There's been some real good redfish action just outside of the backcountry, if you will. And we're gonna roll out there and see if we can't wrestle up a couple red dogs this morning. Hey gang, one of the true enjoyments for a boat owner is being able to hook your boat up and get on the road for a fishing adventure. A couple things I want you to do before you take off down the road. I want you to make sure that your trailer is securely hitched to the ball of your truck. Even get a lock for it. Make sure that's locked down and safe. Really, really important. Also, make sure your lights are connected. Want to make sure your lights are working. Always go to the back of the boat, do a light check, turn signals, brakes, all that important stuff. Also, make sure your chains are attached to your boat and make sure they're crisscrossed. That's the law. They need to be crisscrossed. Really, really important. Something else I want you to do, I want you to make sure that your strap is secure. I want to make sure that your emergency chain is connected as well, and make sure that your spare tire is properly inflated and in good shape. You never know when you're going to get a flat on the road. It's a terrible thing to go through. You want to make sure you have a jack, things in your truck, and a good spare to get through that event. It's also really, really important that you check the air pressure in your tires. Make sure your tires are in good shape. Make sure there's nothing wrong with them. Make sure your hubs are properly lubed and taken care of. If you get a chance before the fishing season gets started, take it by one of your local trailer places. Let them go through your whole trailer. Make sure your brakes and everything are working properly. Going to save you a lot of trouble down the road. Like I said, part of the joy of owning a boat is being able to get off on these great fishing adventures. Do yourself a favor, make sure your tow package and your trailer package is in great shape before you leave the house. It'll be a much better trip. You and your family will enjoy it twice as much. That's your tip of the week.
Here we go. Little snook.
Snook. Oh boy. Oh, boy, nice fish though.
Yeah. It's got some spunk out here. Oh, look at that red right with him. You see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
That was a nice red, dude.
It was a nice red.
He came right up on him. Nice little fight. Get you unhooked here and back in the water. About the same size as the other one, Mike.
Yeah?
Yeah. But take it, pull up to a spot, catch a snook. Redfish chase him in.
I got a fish on.
There you go, Mike. Nice redfish.
Really nice red fish, and he's swimming fast.
Coming to you.
Nice fish, look at that. Boy, you can see him coming from a long ways
Ooh,
away.
Look at him run.
Wow.
Attaboy.
That's a pretty fish right
Yes,
there.
it is.
Bronze.
Favorite fish to go after
Mine
right there.
too. Bronze bomber in the morning, baby.
Yeah. The sun just coming up.
Circle hook hit him just right.
There you go. See, that's what I get for talking smack. I don't
God,
catch another fish.
The power is crazy, dude. Did you see how fast he went under the boat?
They got that little extra spunk with this cooler water.
Yeah, you're
you know?
right. They got a lot of energy. I mean, he's not huge, nice fish, but he is so energetic. Look how blue that tail is too. Pile driving some crustaceans up here on the north end of the bay. Look at that bad boy, huh? Super blue tail.
Fired up.
Look at that, huh? How pretty is that? That's as good as it gets right there. Snook and redfish in the morning. I got 2 redfish today.
Yeah.
2 redfish morning.
I know. You have 2 redfish, I have 2 snook.
I know, what are the chances? That's how healthy the fishery is, especially in the fall here. You know, you come up on the north end of the bay, a lot of fish push into here, some great tidal creeks, just some great area in general to catch a lot of fish. The trout are thick, redfish are thick, the snook are thick. It's absolutely an amazing part of Tampa Bay.
Especially when the tide's starting to come out and it's moving pretty good. So all those fish that are lined up under the trees and in the back country where we just came from, they all funnel out to this front because they're just following the bait. So that's kind of what you want to look for when you're out here fishing. You want to look for corners and switching tides because you know when that switches the tide, those fish are going to follow that moving water.
Real Animals Tackle Box, brought to you by CCA Florida, the CCA Star Tournament, and FishBrain, the app for fishermen. In today's Real Animals Tackle Box, Captain Mike and I are using 7-foot 6-inch medium-heavy fast-action Real Animals Signature Series spinning rods by Bull Bay Rods. We're using Quantum 30 and 40 smoke spinning reels with 15-pound Spiderwire Ultracast Invisibraid and 25-pound Berkley Prospect fluorocarbon leader. We're fishing live pilchards on 2/0 Nautilus Light circle hooks. Real Animals Tackle Box is brought to you by Quantum, the real choice for the real animals. Miralure, the record setters. Engel Coolers, the first, the best, your last. Bull Bay Rods, combined with original Fuji guides for a difference you can feel. Spiderwire, nothing gets away. Ray Marine, go hunting underwater. Dorado Boats, built to last a lifetime. Started off this morning coming into the backcountry, and we noticed that the tide was really, really high, and a lot of fish were in the trees. We caught a few fish, but we decided to move out front, get on the flats, if you will, just in front of the backcountry. There we were able to pick up a couple nice redfish, couple nice snook, and now that the tide has run out a ways, these fish are out here, and so we've slid back in the backcountry here and see if this doesn't change the game for us a little bit.
Yeah, there's a nice bar right here. You can see the ripple in the water.
Yeah.
And they like to get on the slack side of it. So as soon as you get over there and it starts making that wash, you should hook up. I think there's a little red here.
Sure, acting like a red dog.
No, a little snook. Little snooky.
Little snook that wants to be a redfish.
Yeah. Surprised you're not eating already.
I am too. I made a good cast there too.
Yeah. Hold on, little buddy. Little boy. Our future.
Man.
Look how pretty he is, man.
You know, this is one of my favorite times of the year to
go.
fish because of the weather's so nice. I mean,
Yeah.
here it is,
Look at
almost
them swirl up out there, Michael.
midday.
Another swirl right on top of that bar.
I'm retying where you had this leader all jacked up so I'd lose a fish.
Hey, got to do something to slow you down.
Well, here, let me get that for you.
You sure? I don't want you to hurt yourself.
Well, you know, I can't catch him right now. I might as well help you out. Come here, Pumpkin.
Good job.
Hmm?
Good job, buddy.
Listen, hey, if this fish was a little bigger, Mike, it'd look just like a snook. Look at that little guy. Huh? How cute is that? Uh-oh.
Oh, I saw him swirl on it.
I felt it.
There you go.
Hey!
Hey.
A jumper. You know, the sensitivity you pick up with this
Yeah, you can really feel every single
Invisibraid.
bump.
Yeah, this Ultracast Invisibraid line, you know, combined with the high-end guides of the rod. I mean, as soon as that bait hit the water, you could feel him just thump it. Come here, Betsy. I know, I get it.
Got a whole little family to get same guys in here.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, in these back tidal creeks all over the bay, all over the west coast of Florida, as I talked to Ozzie Fisher and Ozzie Lessinger and the guys down on the further south on the west coast, they've been just really good numbers of these fish again, and it's so good to see. It really is. Double.
That's funny watching them strike it, dude. Ooh, that leader's getting a little frayed up.
I cannot believe how many snook are in these creeks. I mean, it is ridiculous.
Every time something floats by, they get it. Double. I'm watching you.
Double dinks.
Right?
Oh, mine pulled the hook.
Quick release.
That'll work.
Look at him boil out there.
Unreal. I think there's a few snook in these tidal creeks, don't you?
Just a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, kids would have a field day with this.
These are great practice fish before you sit on the big girls.
And there are some big girls back here.
Oh, absolutely there
But
is.
when you have these size fish around, the big girls aren't going to chase it down like these will.
No, the males are always a little more aggressive.
So that's about average size of what we're getting right now. Go tell your brother to give us a bite.
Oh, there he is.
Already. Yeah. What, you throwing in his mouth?
I guess.
Staying down, huh?
It sure is. Look There he came up. Look at that, huh?
I think he was seriously sitting there with his mouth open.
Somebody throw me one, somebody throw me one. Ooh, and you can see he just kind of spit up some of the chummers we've been sending that way. Well, he's been in there scarfing. We're just doing our part to ensure they grow up big and strong.
Yeah.
Closed captioning brought to you by Gator Ford. Real Animals Hook It and Cook It, brought to you by Rumfish Grill at the Guy Harvey Outpost. I'm at the Rumfish Grill on St. Pete Beach. I'm with Chef Tommy. Tommy, what are we cooking today?
Today we're going to cook a little farm-raised trout. We got a pecan crust to go over that, and a butter sauce of a Creole Meuniere.
Oh, nice. Well, let's get cooking.
So we're going to start off with the sauce in our pan here. This is the Creole Meuniere. So we're going to start this sauce off by adding a little shallot to saute. It gets fresh thyme. And then we're going to start our white wine reduction now that that's going. As the white wine's reducing, you'll reduce that, put just a little sauce left into the pan. That's when we'll add our cream. The alcohol's cooked out of the butter or the wine at that point. We're going to add our Worcestershire, which gives it that dark flavor. You simply add the butter once the cream's reduced by half. Slowly start whisking that in the pan. And as the butter melts, it's just going to sauce right over.
Nice.
And now that the sauce is finished, we can go ahead and start with our fish. And we simply begin with any fish, any piece. So we're using the trout here. We're going to start with our flour. It's going to go into the egg wash. Try to get a little bit of that off, and then into the pecans. A little bit of oil or butter in the pan. Once that warms up, you're going to add the fish. That's just right under where we want to be. The pecans are toasted nicely. It's just finishing off. Trout's one of those fish that cooks really quickly. We have one piece finished over here. Simply going to take our sauce to finish that off. Dress up the plate a little bit with the little greens.
This looks absolutely incredible. Chef Tommy, thank you so much for this recipe and more. You can check them all out on our website. Real Animals Hook It and Cook It, brought to you by Rumfish Grill at the Guy Harvey Outpost. We've had an absolutely spectacular morning. Started in the backcountry, caught a few snook, a little redfish. Kind of felt the timing wasn't just right for where we were at in the tide. We slid out front, caught a few more nice snook, a nice redfish. And now as we're approaching the midway through this outgoing tide and all these fish have kind of poured out of the trees in this creek back here, the action is absolutely unbelievable. We'd have several doubles on. There's fish popping everywhere. You really got to take your time and kind of observe what's going on in the tide and kind of work that to your advantage. Now, all these fish can't be up in the trees. They're out here where we can catch them. It's absolutely unbelievable. What a great day. Oh! There's so many in here. Jeez, it's crazy. Every cast. Hey, get over here.
It's nice to get days like these.
It really is.
Beautiful day out.
Well, you know, for you and I, who spend most of our days taking people fishing,
Yeah.
it's nice to be able to get out and catch some fish. And we have a 40 snook morning, but I didn't catch any of them, just got to put people on them, which is okay. It's my job and I like to do it, but it's nice to feel that pull yourself a little bit. These little guys are so aggressive, so much fun on light tackle.
Yeah. You can feel everything on your Bull Bay rods that you've made here, Mike.
I really like them. I've been just so happy with how they turned out. I really am. Took us a while to get the actions we wanted, but now that we got them, I've been really happy with them.
That was what we needed, that tide to start rushing out of here, pull them out from under those trees.
Yep, that's exactly what we needed.
Just too much water in here earlier.
So good to know that the fishery's in good shape.
Yeah. seems to be the magic size back here
Yeah.
today. Oh. There you go. Look at that. We're gonna have a big mouth one day.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, there he is. Something on the way in.
Little redfish maybe?
Yeah.
Looks like a little red dog, possibly. Ooh, multiple spotter too. Oh, look how pretty this guy is.
Yeah.
That's
Blue tail all lit up.
a pretty redfish right there. Look at that. Look at that spot set up there, huh? Look at that. Huh? I don't see that every day. Look how pretty that is. Huh?
Oh, he's loaded with spots.
Loaded with spots. What a pretty pattern. You couldn't paint one up that cool. Look at that, huh? That'd be a nice spot tournament winner someday, huh?
Yeah.
Captain Mike Gore. So great just to get on the water with you and have a good time. We end up doing a lot of work together on the bay, but it's good just to get in the backcountry, do some fishing with a friend. Spectacular day, some redfish, some snook. Super good stuff.
Yeah, it was. I appreciate you having me out because we're always side by side, it seems like, in our own boats, enjoying it with our clients. But now to be able to get out here and fish together was a heck of a day.
Absolutely fantastic. Great weather, great time of the year, great fishing, great friends. I'm Captain Michael Anderson, reminding you that whatever you do, don't let your kid be the one that got away.